Good morning, campers! Welcome to this new campaign of ours, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, the official module. Trent, if you would like to slowly start scrolling through that thing I just shared.
Ooh, nice credits.
Just so we can give credit where credit is due to everybody who put in the time and effort to build this module.
I'm just going to throw out an extra special thanks to Hillary Ross for managing the license of this. Thank you, Hillary Ross.
Yep.
Nice.
Especially her for one
Nice.
reason or another.
I just want to choose someone random, make them feel special.
All right. They are special.
That's what my mom says too.
Well, now we have to move on.
Scroll through.
Perfect. Smart. Always clear the chat.
You're welcome.
So we're here. Despite what it says at the bottom, Brody is not here, but he will be for future sessions. But without further ado, I say, why not get going?
Yay!
Let's begin.
Yes.
Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountains pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Oriel.
Ariel?
Oriel the Frostmaiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and traveling between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite. Isolated, thank you.
Sorry, I had to.
Left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frostmaiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from the winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers, such as yourselves, the 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and in the spirit of heroes who've come before, leave one's mark on the frigid and blighted land. You are all beginning in Bryn Shander, known as more or less the capital of 10 Towns. It's kind of where all of the speakers gather to meet and have their meetings every once in a while. Each town in 10 Towns is kind of its own thing, but they do try and act as one country, but they're not very good at doing so. Each of you have gathered in front of what is Bryn Shander's main sort of inn/tavern, known as the North Look. You've heard through different rumor and speak that there is a person that's been looking for some people that they can hire to do a job. Thinking that you need some pay for one reason or another. You go in front of the tavern to meet them, and you meet with the other. You each meet with each other first. So we'll start with character introductions, starting with Eskel.
Oh, okay. Eskel is a very tall, very buff-looking woman who, despite clearly or likely being from the north with the tribes and such, doesn't seem to be wearing any furs or anything of the sort. She seems to not be incredibly smart, but pretty smart considering where she likely grew up. And I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
She seems very intrigued by all of the small people around her.
Oh, Beth, how tall are you?
She's 6'3".
You would notice Drit then.
I mean, she probably doesn't pay much attention to you. She's used to people your height.
Yeah.
And
Do you want me to go?
Trent, I have sent
Oh.
you a message. It's going to be important for you to actually manually check your Discord because OBS silences Discord for you when you open it.
Okay. Just give me reminders whenever you send it over, and I'll make sure I do.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Jackson, since you offered, you can go next.
Okay. I'm Drit Huddle. I am a half orc. I look. I'm 6'5". I'm pretty muscular. If anyone would look at me, I'd look like a normal orc, except scars on the back of my neck, and they look like they go down. But I'm wearing pretty tattered clothes, like they've been patched by, and the clothes look really well worn. And he's got an axe on his side, so yeah.
I guess I should mention, Escal has one big axe, two small axes, and a hammer.
It's also important to note that Drit, you would be, because of the weather, you would be very bundled.
Yeah, he's bundled. But if anyone would look at the coat he's wearing, it looks like it's been patched up, like it's been sewn.
Trent?
My guy, being the shortest of the group, stands only about 5'9" and is very lengthy and wiry. Doesn't have much meat on his bones. He's kind of pale, he's white-skinned, and he's actually quite thin, a little thinner than what's probably considered healthy. He carries no weapons other than his little bag he's got by his side.
So the three of you all come together in sort of the same place, and it's obvious that neither of you say anything to start with, meaning it's fairly obvious that you're all kind of waiting for somebody else to talk first. Well, it's likely in that you are not the employer.
Oh, I see.
Hello again, Mr. Skill.
Hello. You make me think of my friend. Small body, big brain.
Indeed, small body, big brain.
Oh, Volkenshad, do you have face covering? Do you cover your face in the snow?
Not too much.
Oh, then Skell, you would also actually recognize him.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. You, Beltred friend. No wonder you make me think of him.
I don't know, I've not known him too long, but a friend would be a nice thing to have.
I'm Grit.
Nice to
Give him
meet.
that. Yeah, Drit holds out his hand. Hello. It me. Yeah.
I've probably been taught about handshakes. I've been here for a bit. She'll shake your hand and squeeze real hard.
Drit will squeeze back.
Strength squeeze test. Oh, not advantage. I gotta turn that off. Good grip, good grip.
Ooh, cool.
A very bundled figure walks briskly up to the three of you. Oh, well, Matt, you seem like you're all looking for work or trouble. You wouldn't be standing out in the cold otherwise.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Are you all here about the job, finding spirits?
Indeed.
Suppose yes.
All right, come in. Let's not stand out in the cold for too long. It's very, very cold today. I'm surprised to see you wearing so little, madam.
Eh,
She
she shrugs.
ushers you all into the Northlook Inn.
Were we given like a paper?
No,
about this quest? Or...
no, you were sent here through basically rumor, word of mouth.
Oh, okay. Drit did not know this was about spirits.
Me neither.
And he just kind of looks haphazardly like, oh, I guess I'll follow.
Entering into this tavern, you see this establishment is often quite full for the two of you that have actually stayed here for a while. Every time you've been in this room, in this area, it has been very, very loud, very rowdy. The people are always talking very loudly.
Yeah, busy.
Oop, not that one.
Well, this is some calm music for such a loud place.
Yeah, it's hard. It would be hard to hear the music over the amount of noise, but it is there.
Perhaps they're trying to calm them down. She's like
Perhaps.
covering her ears.
Finding your way to a more secluded table away from most of the people all bunched together, drinking and having their arms over each other. The woman has now taken off her hood, and you see underneath she is very obviously a half-elf.
How tall is she?
She's not very tall. She's probably around 5'8".
So a little shorter than Woke Shade.
She's got lighter colored hair, and she wears a very thin pair of glasses across her eyes.
Many small people today.
Yes. Yes. He nods at you, being a little taller than you, but he's used to small people.
This guy's probably one of the tallest humans you've ever met.
Yeah, I guess he would be.
I still think you're half giant.
No, just raised in north. Must be big to fight monster. Carry big yak.
Right. Well, so the three of you have answered my call. What do you know of Chwingas?
Time to
Can
roll.
I make a nature roll?
Yes, whoever would like to can make nature rolls.
Is it a beast?
It is not a beast.
Is it Arctic?
Not technically.
Okay. So this is just flat. Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, so Wokenshad and Askel, you know them more in name only. Wokenshad, at some point you remember at one point reading a book, and then for some reason the information has stuck with you. They're very elusive elemental spirits. That they tend to be elusive and a little trickerish, little tricksy.
What are they called again?
Chwingas.
Well, would I know?
With a 15, you may have heard the name somewhere, but you don't know anything about them. These are very rare creatures.
Okay.
Heard tale of them.
I know them by name, but never encountered any.
Oh, but these creatures, the small elementals. And I believe if I was able to have one and research it, that maybe I could come up with an idea of why this permanent winter has been happening. Why the sun no longer shines.
It was a very good idea.
Can they be caught?
Well, I have this. And she pulls out a medium-sized looking lantern and sets it down on the table.
Oh, she holds it out?
She sets it on the table.
Oh, okay. Drit grabs it.
Oh, okay. I assume that means you'll take the quest.
Yeah. Drit kind of looks down. You guys realize he just did it out of habit, didn't mean to. as he looks away from the party.
Yeah, Skull's just kind of like giving you side eye, like what?
See his cheeks actually turn really red, not meaning to do it.
That is known as a lantern of tracking. It's attuned to elementals. Boop. And she begins to explain kind of how it works. So while it's lit, you need to fill it with oil, but while it's lit, if a creature of the designated type is within 300 feet, the flame will turn green. So you can use this to try and track some Chwingas, see if they're around. From what I've heard, they do tend to frequent village areas, preferring to stay within range of people. However, I've been all up and down Bryn Shander and I haven't found one, and to be honest, I'm a bit scared of traveling, so I don't want to go out there, you know. But if you're willing to do this for me, I will be willing to pay you in gold. I know that's not the main currency up here, but...
Wait, what is the main currency up here?
So the currency up here typically is done in bronze and silver, or copper and silver.
So it's just a lot of money.
Yeah. So gold is mainly reserved for merchants that go around the different areas. Just sort of like a safer or a lighter traveling denomination. Anything higher, anything where it would cost like hundreds of silver is typically gotten through trade of some sort instead of a money bargain.
Okay. Based on what I know of Chingwas, how like big are they?
They're said to be really small, elusive creatures.
Are they the sort of thing that you could fit in like a jar?
They're like a typical like fairy.
A large pickle jar should work very well then.
Just make sure
Do
you
we need to buy pickle first? Or can we just buy jar?
We should be able just to buy a jar. It won't be a problem.
Good.
If you can, just please don't harm it. It would be good. You know, I'd like to be able to study a live specimen.
No, we'll do everything we can.
Yes, very careful.
All right. I will be here pretty much every evening just before what would be sunset. So when the sky turns black again, I'll be here. So if you need to find me, this is where I'll be.
Good. What's your name?
Oh, yes. Oh, silly me. I am Danica Greysteel, and you are?
Oh, Eskel.
Skell. She looks towards you, the other two.
Grit.
Drit. Okay.
I'm fucking sad.
Oakenshot. Well, it's an interesting name. Not very local sounding. Where are you from?
I'm just not from around here.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna get some food. I assume, are going to do whatever you're going to do, and I'll see you when you've completed the quest.
All right.
We'll see you then.
All right. She stands up and walks towards the bar.
So, if none in Bryn Shander, we should probably try to find a closer town visit.
Can we see a map of the area?
Yeah.
Sure, wings. Where do we find them?
Small town, a place where people be, but not too many, I think. I think maybe best go to Bremen. Shorter path. Maybe sleep at Targos if take too long. What time is it actually right now?
It's around noon-ish. It would be noon if the sun was up anyway.
If we make good time, we could be back here pretty fast.
Well, she says she'll
We
be
could
here
go
every
back.
evening, so... About what time of day is it today? Did you say noon?
Noonish.
So if it's noonish today, You would probably end up spending the night over in Targos because traveling at night is not a good idea.
Very true.
And if we don't find any in Targos, we might even be able to find some in Bremen. That's not too far away from Targos.
Oh, that's where I was planning on going. Was to Bremen. Targo's too big.
No, and it's 2 hours to Targos. If we're going to Bremen, we're going to be long enough that we're going to need to wait.
So we can stay at Targos on our way back. Depend on how much time take.
Exactly.
We find out. Play by ear. We want to buy bottle. Maybe 2 or 3 just in case one break.
It would depend on how much they are. Yes, let's go hit the store real quick.
Okay, so you're gonna go looking for just a basic glass vial.
Like a jar. Something that'll be easy enough to poke some breathing holes in.
Okay. It would be about 10 silver for like a glass jar.
I do not have
Beautiful.
enough money.
Oh, fine. I cover. She'll buy 3 of them.
Okay.
Good for saving choice cuts.
Okay.
No.
So you've made your way back out into the outside, bought your pots,
Yes.
and are getting
Yep,
ready
bought the
to
pot.
go on your way when 3 stocky figures, bundled in cold weather, stumble towards you. They have snowshoes slung over their backs and ice picks fastened to their belts. 2 of them have thick beards, and the third holds up a gloved hand and says through a thick wool scarf and raspy voice, "Well met. I'm Runa. These are my friends, Kurix and Storn. We need some help, and you look pretty capable."
Ooh,
What
I'm
kind?
Drit shakes his hand.
We're survivors of a group of dwarves tasked with delivering a sled of iron ingots to Brinshander. Yeti surprised us and killed a member of our group. The rest of us fled as the Yeti tore into Ubuk limb from limb. Now we need someone to go back and get the sled for us. As payment, we could offer you each a gemstone worth about 50 gold pieces. The friendship of the dwarves in Icewind Dale can also be a boon in these harsh times.
Where did you leave your sled?
Oh, I can show you on a map if you got one. You'll need some snowshoes to make the trip a good time.
Drit pulls out his map.
Looking at the map, the sled was likely left somewhere around here-ish.
How soon you need the cart? Will it be going anywhere?
I don't know if the Yeti's gonna take it.
Can we roll to see what Yetis do? Do they steal items or?
If you want to make a nature check, you can.
Are they beasts?
I don't think so.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure they're Arctic at least, so add a +2 to this. So 14.
I believe the Arctic applies to terrain, not creatures.
No, it specifies creatures.
Does it? I think that... Does it?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Okay.
I guess it does just say related to favorite terrain.
Escal, typically Yetis are only interested in the meat, but occasionally ones are known to take more things in order to try and make themselves stronger, but only if they think they can use it.
Mm.
What's been said to be left behind was a sled full of iron ingots, so it's up to you if you think they can use that or not.
They may not be able to. They only interested in things they can use, but whether they take it or not, longer we take, more we risk cart get covered by snow.
That's a good point.
I would buy some snowshoes.
Danika's quest not have time limit, so I think we can handle this.
One of her dwarf
Yeah.
friends starts looking up in the sky, almost terrified, and then looks back towards you.
Drit looks up.
You don't see anything in particular. Just the purple sky of the day, quote unquote.
How much
Sure.
snowshoe? We go check.
We'd have to go back into the store.
Where we find you?
Us will be if you want to bring back that and you can deliver it to Black Iron Blades.
That place here?
Yeah, he runs that's the smithy.
Oh, yes, okay. Looks like we're very popular.
I mean, you two aren't
Fair.
too hard to spot out of a crowd.
Never have been.
Are orcs very common in these areas? Half orcs is very common in these areas.
Yes.
I was just
It's
wondering.
like one of the few places you can be an orc without everyone being racist to you.
Okay.
I guess we go back and look at the snowshoes.
Looking at the snowshoes, they are about 20 silver per pair.
You need the help buy snowshoe? Looks over at Vulcanchad.
Yes.
Drit pays for it.
Oh, good.
That will...
Are you paying for just his own, or is he also paying for Vulcanchad?
he's paying for Vulcan. Does
Nice.
yes, if Estelle.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
money. I'm good.
Okay. He
Did we use
gives him
snowshoes
40.
in her tribe?
Not the rangers. That's
But like
likely
other people.
that's likely the difficult terrain you would typically cancel out is the snow itself.
But I mean, like in terms of like in general, people would use those where she's from.
Yes. So some kind of would, yeah.
I
You
have
plan to
such
just
a-
try and make it straight there through the wilderness, or
No, we take path.
okay?
Drit just follows them.
Where I come from, we don't have a such luxury of path.
What sort of path are you taking? You want to draw it out for me?
Probably it was over here ish.
It was over there-ish. Yep, somewhere along the north side of that foothill.
So close to the Dwarven Valley.
It's a bad color for an X. There. Now it looked like blood of dwarf.
Not the
I guess we head to
Valley, but
Targos first.
Yes, perhaps we if we keep lantern out, see if it go green on our way. Maybe get lucky.
And she did give you
All right,
2
Drit does pull
bottles.
it out.
Danica would have also given you 2 bottles of oil.
Do you want me to
Oh,
hold
right,
on to
for the
it
thing.
since I have the lantern?
Yes, you take.
yes, if you have the
I
bolt,
don't know how to use that thing.
if you have the lantern, you'll
Uh,
probably need to keep the bottles on you.
That thing seemed like waste of metal torch to just find.
Or if you'd like, I can take it.
He knows how to work a lantern, so
Okay. Well, if you know how to work a lantern, you go ahead and take it. Take the oil with you.
he actually has now 4 bottles.
And
You seem interested in it anyway from before.
Yeah, he kind of looks down, not wanting
Oh.
to talk about it.
Don't worry, we all have our quirks.
What was the lantern called?
Lantern of Trekking. You begin to make your trek from Bryn Shander to Targos. It does pass by unimpeded. Lighting the lantern in Targos is what you said you were going to do, right?
Oh, I think Drit would have lit it halfway about this path.
You light it
Just
about
to see if there was.
you light it about an hour into the travel. Then you don't see anything halfway through the trail, and then that oil
Okay.
will now last for about 6 hours. Do you leave it on for the full 6 hours?
If as soon as we get into Targos, if it doesn't light up, he'll turn it off.
Okay, so you spend
Well,
an hour.
Targos is where the thing is going to be.
No, it's likely be in Bremen. Targo's too big.
That's also true.
It might be in the
Perhaps,
wilderness.
perhaps we actually do visit Bremen, because it'd take more than a day if we go now to Cart. We would be stranded, have to camp out. Unless you want to, I'm fine with that, but
You did say it might be covered in snow.
it is a possibility, yes.
We
No, I
can
think we
look at Bremen later.
No, the cart's gonna be our first priority because it can get covered in snow as earliest.
Good, good. I'm used to camp anyway, haven't been out in a while.
So you just skip right outside of Targos. You look at the walls and shine the lantern at it. Nothing happens. You turn it off. You've used an hour of fuel, so go ahead and make sure you keep track of that.
Okay.
Definitely turning it off now.
And then you begin to make your way from Targos towards Tourmaline.
Yes.
That travel would take about 4 hours. So around the 2.5 to 3 hour mark is when you turn off into the wilderness.
Most getting
He is
easier.
going to light it for a bit just to see if there's any the spirits around.
Okay.
That's true. You could just like turn it on and turn it off every like mile or so.
Yeah,
He's pretty much
we'll say that you have it on for at least an hour for easy tracking purposes.
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe combined it's an hour.
Yeah, so over the course of an hour of traveling across that area, you've turned it on and off, and have found no sign of a Chwinga. You turn off, making your way into the snowy terrain.
Step by step, go faster that way.
And use your snowshoes. There's the reason we have them.
Oh right, I forget. She's just been walking without them since then.
Drit has pretty much done what you asked. He's just following right behind you. Every footstep.
You can tell that her confidence in where she is has grown since being out of a town.
If only I
Much-
could have much confidence.
Much less loud out here.
You
Yeah.
you begin your path, your trek off the path, and begin hiking. After not too long off the path, a blizzard kicks up, blowing at much higher speeds, whipping past your ears, and reducing your vision.
Well,
This is normal, right? For this area, these areas.
Blizzards happen every now and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Drit's not too worried.
You can slowly see the visage of Kelvin's cairn vanish from view.
Good thing we can't get lost, not with me.
I stick close to Escal.
It's very hard to lose her, even in the storm. She's very big. I guess, yeah, she'll start trying to... Are we at the X zone yet?
Hang on. So you're pressing on, correct? Josh, if you'd give me a survival check.
Is
Can
this
I
an
help him with it?
Arctic-based survival check?
It would be.
So
Can I
plus
help him
2
with
to-
it since I'm pretty
Not
good?
not in this case. In this case, you're in a blizzard.
Oh.
And you kind of have to designate one person to follow, or you're all gonna go a different direction.
If
Okay.
it's for avoiding getting lost, I cannot be lost ever.
Yes, you.
Unless it's magical.
You cannot be lost.
Yeah.
And that gets a +2, right?
Yeah, 16.
Right. You make your way through. Eventually, you come across something strange. Mounds of snow. However, they have been flattened. Even in the blizzard, hasn't completely covered it up yet.
Could be cart. Gonna wade over and start shoveling snow off with her bare arms.
You start shoveling off some of the snow, and you find a dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow covers most of the gory bits, but its headless torso and severed limbs are very visible now.
Dwarf,
Yes.
we're close. Wait, maybe.
You can see...
Why not?
Sorry?
Why Yeti not eat?
You can see what look to be quickly disappearing tracks of a sled heading off into the distance.
Oh, he do take it. Follow, quick, quick.
I follow.
Drit picks up his speed and starts going as fast as this.
How? She'll bring. She doesn't know if it's weird or not. She'll take the upper torso of the dwarf, just in case we can reason.
Drit just looks like, what?
I speak Yeti. It's okay.
I do too.
Oh, very good.
I'm just along for the ride.
You take the dwarven corpse by the back of the shoulders and drag it through the snow with you. Doing your
I
best.
have it over shoulder. I'm big enough.
You're doing your best to try and track this this sled through a blizzard.
Yes.
Give me another survival check, please.
Come on, big money, big money, big money. Ooh, it's only a 13.
Luckily for you, rangers can't be lost.
Hell yeah!
You continue on. You're able to keep an eye on the tracks fairly well, despite the blizzard. And as you get further along, you notice the tracks get more and more defined as you're catching up with whatever's making them, and you see not large Yeti footprints pushing this cart along or dragging it, but small, very small prints, lots of them.
Can I roll something?
Can I try to identify? Oh wait, ooh! I can identify the exact numbers and sizes of these creatures.
Yeah, so
And
just give me
yeah.
another survival check, just to see how well that goes.
Can
24.
Roll to see what.
Unless they're beasts, then it's higher.
It's not a beast.
Yes,
Jackson, what are you asking?
Can I roll to see what kind of creature it is, or?
Sure, you can give me a nature check, I guess.
Creature.
What does your thing give you exactly, Josh? Exactly how many and when?
It says find when tracking, discover exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago the creatures passed through the area.
Okay, they're small. There's 6 of them, and it was about a minute ago.
We're very close.
What are they?
If you yelled loud enough, they could probably hear you.
What do I know?
Drit, based on what you can see of the footprints, they're goblins.
A goblin.
Goblin take cart, perhaps opportunist. We find. We not need this. She drops the dwarf body back into the snow.
No, let's continue on. We need that cart.
Just go fast
Okay.
and be quiet. We getting close.
All right. This is how much visibility you have. You should have vision.
Oh, now I can see.
This is how much visibility you have during a blizzard.
Good to know. Is this the trail that I'm following?
This is the trail that's been carved through the snow.
She's gonna pull down her axe and one of her hand axes and start moving down it. Stay close.
Wait, I see something off it. Oh, that's just a rock.
The shape does seem oddly humanoid.
Yes. Oh, Estelle, hold off. Not exactly in a good position. This could easily be a trap. You really need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use I don't even know if the ore is magical, so
How long ago did they pass through as of here?
Probably about 40 seconds.
But they still go. They still here. Not have time to set up.
He's gonna touch Estelle and give her guidance.
She kind of like winces when you do that at first, and kind of takes a deep breath. Warn next time.
You're just supposed to help.
It's just not all magic, good magic.
Yeah. Yeah. You start to hear them. Oh, and you're still approaching, so roll for initiative as they now hear you as well.
I told you to be quiet.
I was quiet.
You were quiet, you just didn't stop. And you didn't go super quiet, you didn't stealth.
I mean, yeah, I still wanted to be able to get to them. I can't hit them if I can't see them.
Alright, so you stumble into each other. The goblins are very surprised that you're here. What are you gonna do?
Drit comes forward, and I'm gonna use intimidation and say, "Give back the cart." Dang it! Can I use my inspiration?
Sure? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's more like it.
Or else.
They all
Give back the cart.
they all
now
screech.
or
Yeah, they all screech, but it's not their turn, so they can't do anything yet.
And then I'm gonna prepare an action if one tries to attack me. I'm gonna swing my axe.
Your action would be to try and intimidate them.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then.
Vulcanshada.
Volkanshada will approach. And I will prep my action. That's... I'm going to cast a spell if they get any closer.
Okay.
So I'm actually back about 5 feet, so right there.
Okay. Eskel.
Eskel's gonna come up here and hold up her axe and prepare her action as well. Hopefully, adding a bit to the intimidation factor. There's 2 people 3 times their size right here.
The goblins, the one directly in front of Eskel and Drit draws his sword. Does that trigger either of your attacks?
Yeah. Remember, I don't get one.
I know. I'm saying the other two.
Yeah, Eskel's gonna. Oh shoot!
You swing and miss horribly. Vulcanshad?
I'm not used to fighting small things.
Volkanshad. Yeah, it will give us... it'll give us a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save for the goblin?
So they see the axe. We're not joking.
The axe swings and he looks at it and his eyes become very wide as he looks up at the two of you. Just lets go of his sword. The other ones around him all just hold up their hands. Please, please don't kill us!
Go shoot! She kind of like kicks this one in the butt.
Oops.
Go. We're not here for you. We're here to get our stuff.
They begin running, and then you start hearing them yelling in Goblin. But they don't seem like they stop.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Gonna
Trick
cart,
comes
start
over,
pushing it
and
back,
then we start pushing it back.
Alright. As you're watching this, Vulcanshad, you see through the snow, probably about 200 feet, a light suddenly spring up in the distance.
Hurry, hurry! They're bringing reinforcements.
Push.
Alright, you begin to push.
We push.
Strength check, and you can either aid somebody or you can both make a roll.
Yeah, we can just both roll. Oh,
No
whoa,
matter.
You push.
I
You
got
push. You
this.
push.
Eskel, you get ready to
Drip
push,
is-
and as you're about to push, he's already pushed it, and you fall just a little bit, and you have to stumble to catch up.
Too fast. Cannot push. I follow.
Drit is just powering through. He does this as when he pushes lumber.
Yeah, Escal just runs by it, just making sure. I guess he could push it, and then she'll just kind of like guide it around to make sure it's following the trail.
Okay.
You engine, me steering wheel. Just kidding, she doesn't know what those are.
You pushed me, guide.
Yes.
All right, so you begin making your way once again through the tundra.
And since she's guiding, it's easy.
After a while, it doesn't seem like they've given you pursuit, but Skell, you do know that this thing does leave a trail that persisted through a blizzard for at least a bit.
Yes, best we not stop. Go as far until we need to sleep.
He just push it through.
And it is significantly once you get it over this first ridge, it'll be significantly easier to push because you'll be going downhill.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, you did it.
We did it without killing anyone.
Very nice, very nice.
Skell, I would
Kill.
like... Sorry, just another survival roll. You can keep conversing if you'd like.
I was just gonna say, kill only good if you need eat after.
I'd prefer to keep our hands as clean as possible.
Don't worry, I handle cooking. Your
Okay.
hand not get dirty.
Not too long, the blizzard does die down. Back to normal. The normal
Now that-
dusk dreariness.
Now that we can see again, she looks over her shoulder every once in a while just to see if anyone's ever following us.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I don't know if this is Arctic specific based, so I'm not gonna add a +2.
That's, yeah, probably not.
Can Drit also kind of look back as he's pushing? That's a 5.
Oh my god.
You're pretty
Yeah,
sure you're
bad
not being,
rolls.
you're pretty sure you're not being followed.
If we're all making them.
Every now and then, Vokenshot, as you look over in the distance, you see something, but it vanishes very quickly. You're not even sure if you've actually seen something, or if the wind's blowing something.
I still remain on edge.
And at this point, it is probably about an hour into the night.
How close are we to Targos?
Not extremely. You would still be somewhere around here-ish.
We must at least get to a road before we camp.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Drit will start kind of humming a song that his mom taught him.
So that would be like 1, 2, 3 hours to get to the road.
Alright, that's good.
So it's very late, but you do get to the road.
Definitely need to keep watches. Don't know if things still following, if there is thing.
And I concur with that. That is a really good idea.
Anyone bring wood?
Would I just have some like wood pieces on me?
You could, yeah, because you're from a logging town.
Yeah. So he pulls out some wood, enough to light a fire.
Oh, thank goodness. And a skull will cook food.
This is a good point.
I'll help.
Any of these towns that you've been to that aren't near woods, Bryn Shander would actually be included in this, don't often use wood for fire. It's almost purely the oil.
Ugh. What did we use?
You would probably have used... You probably would have used a mixture of the wood and like a self-produced fat oil.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so cooking with oil isn't weird for me.
No, it smells a lot. This oil smells different than yours because yours would be made from different creatures that you could do, and it's not as effective.
But not taste good, not smell right.
Yeah, but what this oil is, it's like a produced oil from whales.
Ugh. Not right.
Definitely affects the smell of any building you go into.
Mammoth blubber much better. Yeah,
Ooh.
she's gonna prepare some food. I'll roll to see how
Can I
good
help
it is.
support her?
Ooh, if you're supporting, then I use it. No, it's stitching.
Do you have proficiency in cooking utensils, Drit?
Oh,
You would not be able to really assist in cooking without.
You could at least
proficiency.
you could help her, but like
that-
flavor wise,
that's
but it
all
wouldn't
he would
really.
do.
Roleplay wise.
You
Yeah.
could, like,
Okay.
Yeah, you could like. Has to be that.
He's not. He would just try to help.
Thank you, very helpful.
All right. So the first roll, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. So you make a decent meal for the area. This. The only way you can get better is in a tavern.
It's a very different kind of food. It feels very like how she was taught. It was clearly quality of nutrients comes first, and then add something at the end to maybe make it not taste like actual garbage.
Eat your food.
I eat a small bit, yes.
Drit just scarfs that stuff down. It's good.
Good for you. Perhaps you eat more. Small.
No, I'm
Vo-
thank you.
Put meat on bones.
It's good. Can I have seconds? He holds up his bowl.
Fine. But he gives more.
And Drit eats that?
It's okay if I call you Vulcan, right? Name very long.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Good.
So you all eat your food, begin your rest. Somebody mentioned watches.
Yes.
I can go first.
Okay, I take middle watch for when it's coldest out.
And I can take the last one. That's perfectly fine with me.
Okay. Everyone give me a perception check.
Nice. Now we're on the right track.
It seems nobody had followed you as the night passes uneventful on everyone's watch.
Very nice.
You wake up in the morning, ready to begin your trek. With iron in tow, which does slow your travel. Actually, quite a bit. I should have taken that into account, but
Best we drop off before go to Bremen.
just to let you know, the sled plus the iron ingots is 900 pounds.
Woof.
Me and Skal would probably take turns.
Yeah, or push together if we're not going
Yeah.
fast.
Push together would more or less be required.
Yeah.
Thinking
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Can't rely on that 20 strengths all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That was just some
It's
strange
bad.
adrenaline.
Oh, but in the morning, you wake up to, I guess, after everyone wakes up, Eskel will cook a breakfast, and it makes you all feel very healthy. Good nutrients.
Again, I don't eat too much, but I eat some.
Good eat.
What's in it? Drit asks as he's eating it.
So make do with meats bought at Brinchander Market. Usually cook things I hunt self, but I have not been out lately. Nice thing about cold meat not spoil very often.
I guess meat wouldn't spoil as much here as it would other places, would it?
Not quickly.
Always look at the bright things.
It would spoil in a different way with frostbite.
Yeah.
Yes. But, keep in bag. Good temperature. She probably has a separate meat bag.
And you begin your trek back towards Bryn Shander.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're taking the path.
Do you stop in Targos or do you bypass it again?
Just bypass. We don't need to risk card get taken again.
Okay. Bypassing Targos, I'm going to say the sled adds just an hour to your travel time. And you would have slept in just a little bit with how late you went to bed.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. So what time is it when we get there?
Probably just before where you would think noon would be, because again, you don't have the sun, so you don't really have a time teller. But it would still probably be just before noon by the time you get back into Bryn Shander.
Good. We make a good time.
Indeed, it is good to have you guys with your strong muscles.
Yes, would have been very bad if just you.
Very.
We have town map. How find the blacksmith place, they say.
Oh yeah, the town map. Here you go.
Oh, convenient.
That'll load in whenever it loads in for you.
I have it. Which one is the blacksmith?
Black iron blades.
The black iron blades was you from the time that two of you have spent here. You would know that would be somewhere near the center.
To that place?
I believe two of you would know exactly where it is because it's marked on your information.
Yes.
You two pass the North Look on your way in because that's apparently right next to that northern gate there.
Just keep going.
Don't let her know.
Don't want to talk.
She said she'd be here in the evening, not morning times.
Getting to the Black Iron Blades, you see the three dwarves that had given the quest are actually conversing with the owner of the place at the moment.
Hello.
Listen in to see what I hear.
Is that our shipment?
Of iron?
Drip
Yes.
nods.
All right. We'll make sure it's all there real quick if you don't mind, of course.
Yeah, we didn't take any, but it was in the hands of
Probably
gold.
tried to take it. They might have stolen some.
They open the burlap bags, start rummaging through them, pulling out ingots every now and then to look at them. They try to bend them, just testing them. All right.
Realize we did not check. Could have been the wrong card if we were unlucky. I was scared it was gonna be like they open it up. There's just like shoes in there.
It's a cobbler.
I could go for some cobbler right now.
I'm not a try cobbler.
All right. Well, she pulls out a bag on her hip. Gem
Does she
for
hand it out?
a gem for each
Does
of
she
you?
hold the gem out?
She pulls out 3 gems and just holds out her hand with all 3 of them in it.
Drake takes all 3.
Okay.
Hey,
You just see his hand automatically go and just grab it, and then he looks so ashamed and kind of just holds it up to let the others choose first.
Pascal looks suspicious and takes one.
So these are bloodstones. So they are a blackish green looking shiny marble stone with specks of reddish orange across it.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, and for getting my shipment, the blacksmith speaks up. For getting my shipment for me, I'll also give each of you 10% off anything you need from my store.
10%.
Thank you. That's very much appreciated.
Of course.
Yes, very good. She kind of like leans down towards Vokenshada. What is percent?
A percent is part of the total. So, for example, if
piece of
say
that off.
that he has an item that is worth 100 silvers, and we get 10% off, we get 10 silvers off 100 silver item.
Oh, see, I see. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, what are the group of you called here?
What?
Oh, just so, when people say, who saved the Black Iron business? I could say, oh, it was them folk.
Man.
Do we have name? Should we have name?
Pretty good. I mean, make a decent team.
Drit says Axemen.
What?
Axeman is not bad. You both use axes.
Axeman. Axeman. Not bad, not bad. I like Axeman.
Ah, all right, the Axeman. We'll make sure to spread that name around. You folk are reliable. He taps his nose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think your weapon reliable too. Gestures to one of her axes that she probably bought here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, why don't the three of you get off your lazy butts and haul this iron into the shop? The three dwarves that gave you the quest quickly take the sled and start sliding it in. I'm getting back to work now, but it's been a pleasure working with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Hi. Drit nods.
And he also goes inside.
Volk, perhaps we get you axe.
I'm good. I could not wield that thing. Trust me.
We could
But
get
have
him
on
a
body,
hacker.
you must be axeman.
I honestly am okay. It would be a waste of money.
What if you need to chop down tree?
I can't chop down a tree. Trust me on that. I don't have the strength to do so.
What if
We
we need
could
to
give him a
break
small
tendon on
house.
old bone?
I just don't have the strength to cut through anything.
Oh, you have strength after you eat, I promise.
Though we do have another quest we need to get to because we do need to keep our reliable status. Let us head
Yes,
off
yes.
down. Targon.
Well, we should head to Toggle.
Yes.
Okay, so you begin making your way back towards Targo. Do you just go immediately?
I guess Escal, she probably should have done this earlier, but I forgot about it. She'll stop by a store and just buy some random pieces of meat.
Okay.
I'll try to trade in. While she's doing that, I'll try to trade in my gem for money.
Oh, right, yes. Me too. See if we can get value.
Most of the regular stores would not have enough coin really to trade that in. But you eventually find like a wandering merchant who actually hands you 50 gold pieces per stone.
Oh,
Very
and Drit does
nice.
not trade his stone.
Okay.
Yeah, just rock.
Pretty rough. It for Mama.
Oh, fair. I consider keeping as gift.
I need some money. I'll take the.
Yes, I take money too.
So, but that's it, friendly. Let us head to Targos.
Yes, go fast.
All right. So that probably took you about an hour of searching in the town.
Fair enough.
And then you take off however much money you were going to buy of food. And you continue along your way, taking another couple hours to Targos. Entering into Targos, you do see that this is another larger city similar to Bryn Shander. It also has a large wall around it, just like Bryn Shander does. Other than Targos and Bryn Shander, I don't believe any of you have seen a wall around any of these towns that you've been to.
So much. How would they move if they need to move?
Wouldn't this one have a wall?
Tourmaline does not.
Tourmaline does not. Okay, I don't know.
That's the point of the wall, is to make it so that they don't have to move.
But what if it get too cold or insects infest bedding?
The wall helps keep all of that out. The wall keeps the heat from escaping side to side.
Weird, but interesting. Very smart little man.
That's about the only muscle I have in my body that works well.
Very important muscle to have. She pats your head.
Mine don't look so good.
I flinch at you tapping my head.
Sorry.
It is fine.
This party is very big on consent before touching.
That's the moral of the story at the end of the campaign. There's going to be a bad guy, and we're going to ask for consent before we hit him. And he's going to be like, "That's what I've been waiting for."
And then he just dies.
Half a foot a head taller than I am. I am 5'9". The next shortest is 6'3".
Yes, I mean,
That is-
it's only like what, like 7 inches shorter. I'm sure
Six-
it's
6
it's
inches.
not too short.
That's like just under a head shorter.
Yeah,
Probably comes up to
That's-
your
You're
chin.
You're like 7 inches for me.
I am going to be the shortest one in the party.
well, no, perhaps we find more Axemen.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
missing party member is a Goliath.
Oh no! we
All
are
right,
all
no.
big.
Let's get going.
I shall be the child of the group.
Poor
Again.
Volkenstein has probably never felt so small.
All right, making your way to Targos. When you get to Targos, the road itself, you kind of have to go past. You kind of go past it a little bit, and have to turn into Targos, or the road keeps going in the direction of Bremen. The Targos doesn't seem to have any other entrances or exits.
Oh, so how late is it?
You probably have a couple hours before before moonrise.
Probably best we sleep in Targos.
As he's looking at the map, isn't this water?
On your map, it would be water. Yes, the map here is a little bit more updated than your map would be. You do know from living on the lake, and a couple of you have as well. This is all like a lake, but this part here is ice. Most of the lakes have mostly frozen over, especially around the edges.
It's just like Lac de Nessier? I never learned to say that word correctly.
The Nesher.
With
That one, yes.
Yes, with this ever winter, the lakes have been starting to freeze over, and the harbors in most of these towns have also frozen over, freezing the boats into the ice with it.
Yeah.
Lonelywood and
Water-
Tourmaline are the only ones that have kind of avoided that fate at the moment. So
Yes.
far.
Yeah.
Karkonek very upset.
Not very many fishing left. Kind of sad. My village suffers.
Everyone in Karkonek very mad about it. Walk around like angry bears.
So, are we gonna stop at Targos?
It kind of depends. It's only a couple hours from Targos to Bremen.
Would I know if we have to pass through a bridge or something to get to Bremen?
There should be a bridge from there to there. Yes.
If get too late, we can camp it. It's not too bad anyway.
Okay.
We go to Berlin. Once we pass Targos, perhaps light a lantern.
Yes, that's actually a really good idea.
Guess we pass around Targos.
Okay. Use another hour of fuel as you go past Targos.
So how much fuel?
You're down to 4 hours.
Where's it
I believe he's down to 3.
No, 3.
Yeah,
I have
3 hours. Yeah.
So you pass Targos, and you walk for the hour it takes to get to the river itself, and you find the remains of a bridge.
Oh no.
In front of you is a frozen river with a crack pretty much down the exact center of it.
That is not a good sign.
How is the bridge just like is there like a drop to the river, or is it just like straight like a hill a little bit to a river?
It's like a couple feet. You could like step down pretty easy.
Perhaps we take a path around that way while they're more frozen there.
This is something we could do.
Better than risk falling in ice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk down the shoreline a bit, where you think the ice might be a bit thicker, and then you cross there.
Yes.
Careful.
All right. I need one person to give me a d20.
Boy. Guess I'll do it.
Oh, okay. I
Fine.
don't have to do it.
I wish you did it.
Now I'll need you to make me a survival check. A skill.
If it's relating to the ice, I'm pretty sure it gets +2 because that is very Arctic.
Yes, very true. It takes you an additional 2 hours, but you reach Bremen. Not just as the sky goes dark, but the sky had gone dark a bit ago, but you reach Bremen around night.
Did the lantern show any grain?
Let me check. It has not.
Do we know if they have a time of day that they're more active, or do they just kind of do whatever whenever?
Yeah, they're rare enough creatures that with your results you would not know much about them besides what I've already told you.
Can one of you guys get it?
Yeah, but they're still there.
Yeah, well, sure. Good.
Is that in here?
Okay. Well, he turns off the lantern.
Must
we need-
continue search in the morning.
Yes, I would agree to that bit.
There's also the reminder that the range on it is 300 feet.
Yes, and we'll want to be walking around a fair bit.
Yes, we walk around plenty enough today.
Yes.
Right, so you walk into Bremen. Again, it is about nighttime, so with the streets of these 10 towns are typically fairly empty because people are trying to stay inside to keep warm. But it is when the night officially falls, it is very, very dark. Or it is not very, very. It's very, very cold. So the streets are completely devoid of any life.
I light my actual lantern. That way we have light. Oh, I guess I have. Really doesn't.
If you have an actual, that would also take oil, so it's the same.
No, I wouldn't recommend any light at the moment. Let's just find ourselves an inn and rest.
Yes.
You just walk around town trying to find anything that might be an inn.
So would I be the only one that can see? 'Cause it's dark?
Yeah, is it too dark to see?
Like you can see like mostly silhouettes and things, but the windows do have light coming out of them, but most of them are like closed curtains. They're trying to keep the windows as covered as possible to keep insulation in.
Perhaps we ask.
I can see.
Yes, but
Can I
go
see
faster if we
signs?
just ask.
From where you are, you don't see signs.
Oh,
It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe ask.
Oh, that's
She'll
not true.
approach.
That's not true.
Huh?
So Drit is like, I can see, looks around. This very first building on the road is an inn.
Oh. They know where to put building for business. Very
does
good.
it have words? If Drit can see, does it have words? Is it a
Uh,
word in or a picture?
It's called the Buried Treasures. The Buried Treasures Inn.
Drit can't read.
Okay. It still looks. It's a sign that kind of looks similar to the Northern Light one. They're not the Northern look.
It is an inn. I can tell you that much. It is an inn.
You guys can't see though, I thought.
I can see just fine.
Yes,
No,
they get
'cause it's
if
dark.
they're no because they're close enough. They would be able to like see.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yes.
It's very dark, but there's still like moonlight and stuff. It's not
Okay.
pitch black.
I thought it was like darker than normal. Like
Yeah,
normal.
same.
And since I have dark vision, that's what.
No, it
I
would
was
just
wondering.
you would have a harder time seeing. But when Drit just looks at that building, is like, there's a sign there. You two can look in that direction and be like, oh yeah.
Buried treasures.
Keep the buried treasures in.
Yeah.
Good.
Drit's looking at the sign and squints at it. Yeah.
Gonna go up to that inn.
All right, you go up. You open the door, and as you do, you pull the handle out of a woman's hands. Oh goodness. Hello.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Come in. Are you looking for a place to stay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just about to
Yes.
close up for the night. You're just right on time.
Oh, good.
Look.
All right. Well, I'm Cora Malfoon. Welcome to the Buried Treasures Inn. How many rooms?
How many bed per room?
Oh, most rooms only have one bed. They're very small, very compact. You know, you need to save on room.
Okay, 3 room then.
Okay. Sounds good. That'll be approximately a silver per person. A silver per person.
Easy.
I have it.
Drit hands him 3 silver.
Okay.
You need to save money. Pat's Vulcan.
All right. Thank you.
Slowly.
Thank you very much.
She indicates that she's going to pat him before patting him. Gently.
Okay.
I do have some leftover dinner from earlier today that I just made. If you would like some, I can try and warm it up and bring it up to your rooms.
Yeah.
Or it would be very nice.
Or you could eat in the dining hall, whatever is your preference.
Drit goes down and sits at one of the empty tables.
Eat together. Sounds good.
Yes. Goes and sit next to him.
I guess I'll join them.
Is there like anybody else here? Or is it empty?
Completely empty. She was about to lock up for the night.
Hmm.
So you see, that's the first thing she does is as you leave, she locks the door behind you and then goes to the kitchen.
Kind of looks around. Any cool decor? Is it very simple?
This is a very, very simple, very poor-looking building. There's nothing really of note. There's a hearth that is currently lit. The Bremen uses so it is lit with the whale oil, so the smell is protruding through the building.
Yeah.
But there's no special decor.
Perhaps I figure out how to make oil we have back in tribe much better.
Is it never mind.
All right. Eventually, she brings out 3 fairly large meals that very obviously wasn't just warmed up.
Aww. Like she just cooked them?
Yep, she's got like large bits of meat and some vegetables on the side. And it's
Can I
very
try to
obviously very
insight-
fresh.
Can I try to insight why they would lie about that?
You can try and insight her at the moment if you'd like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you very much. And then Drit will start eating.
At this moment, kind of what you'd get from her is she seems very tired, very exhausted. But the smile plastered on her face is a practiced one that she is putting on to maybe try and hide something, nothing bad towards you particularly, but just hide something painful in her life.
Aww. Thank you very much.
Yes, there you go. If you require anything else, my door here is on the ground floor in the kitchen. You can just go ahead and go into the kitchen. My door will be in there. Please knock before entering, of course. But if you require anything else, don't be afraid to wake me up. I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
I'll let you know if we need anything.
Yes, and if anything is
thank you.
not to your liking, please let me know immediately. I would be happy to help.
Well, thank you.
She turns around and walks, and with your 21 insight, you still, as she goes through the kitchen door, she just slumps, like her shoulders slump. And she closes the
Aw.
door.
Crunch, crunch.
Something
crunch,
wrong with her.
chew,
She's not happy.
chew. She was smiling.
No fake smile.
Everyone have a fake smile.
No, not haven't tried, but only new thing from this place.
It's
I only
definitely-
smile when mean it. She's never smiled that you've seen.
It could be very hard to tell. My recommendation is let's go ahead and eat and head to bed.
Agreed.
The meal, while it looks excellent, it does taste fine. It's probably a little bit better than trail food, like that Eskel would make, but it's not much better than that. It looks better than it is. But it is still a decent
Still
cooked meal.
finds it delicious.
And after days, or after like a day just on the road, it's a nice refresher.
And I'll eat about half of what's on my plate and offer the rest to Drit.
Drit will eat it happily.
He's a growing boy, after all.
Yes.
You-
You eat your food, make your way up to your rooms, all warm in the belly. Your rooms themselves, when you enter them, are cold, a little drafty, but there are several blankets that you can snuggle under, all made of very floofy animal fur. And eventually you warm up underneath your blankets.
Before going to bed, Eskel's gonna go down to the kitchen to where that lady's door was.
Okay.
She's gonna listen.
Give me a perception.
Mm.
Listening at the door, it's just quiet on the other side. You don't hear anything in particular.
Okay, not like weirdly quiet, just
Yeah.
normal quiet.
And the door definitely has enough cracks that if there was something obvious going on, you'd probably hear it.
She's going to take a mug from like the kitchen area and set it far enough in front of the doors that she won't trip on it, and put 5 gold in it.
Okay.
And she's gonna go back to bed.
Okay. You do so. The night passes very uneventfully. Waking up in the morning, the cold of the drafty room does bite at your face, but underneath the blankets is so warm. But you know you have to get up, and you do.
Yes, we got searching to do.
Indeed.
Make your way down to the area where the main area is just devoid of people still. She is stood behind a counter. She's kind of leaning with like her head in her hand, and she seems to be like almost dozing a little bit. But you get the smell of something either cooking or has been cooked.
As we come down, are we able to see into the kitchen from here?
No, the door would be closed.
Seems like they're cooking breakfast.
Yeah, you
Probably.
start speaking. She jumps up, like hitting her hand on the counter, and she puts it behind her arm really quick. Oh, yes. Good morning, everybody. I've cooked you all some very hearty breakfast. And I believe one of you has left something in the kitchen I would like to return to you. And she brings back... she reaches under the counter and pulls out 4 gold, and she says, I only am willing to take 1 for the meals, of course. I forgot to charge you, of course, but unless you'd like that back, I would be able to give that back to you as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dredge takes out his money pouch and looks in it. They're not mine.
She holds it forward.
Oh, dang it. Okay, Dredge takes it.
Eskel glares at him.
Dredge then stops and says,
Would you like the other one back too as well? I could actually just pull it out right
no.
now.
Okay. Did she pull it up?
She hasn't pulled it out yet. She was about to dig into her pocket when you said no.
Dredge
No,
sets
stop.
the
He likes
money
to grab.
back
He likes to
on
grab
the
things.
table, sets it on the table, and then kind of just starts walking away.
You set
He
the
likes
gold
to-
on the table?
Yeah.
He likes to grab things. I don't know who money that is.
Oh, well, it wasn't there when I woke up, and you guys are the only ones in the building at the moment. Or when I went to bed.
She shrugs.
Dredge is
Perhaps
far
it's
away
meant for
enough
you.
that he can't grab anything.
Well, actually, she pulls out the one other gold, and she puts it in the pile. And then she scoops it up and puts it under the counter. I'll keep it here in the lost and found in case somebody comes asking for it. I wouldn't want to take somebody's money accidentally.
Why not you use it?
I don't want to take anybody's money, you know. I just but I made you breakfast. If you'd like it, of course.
I'm gonna try to incite this person.
Yeah, trying to incite her. She's so frazzled and going from thing to thing at this point that it's hard to read a specific anything.
Fair.
But she just darts into the back room at this point, into the kitchen.
If you guys look at Drit, he is just so ashamed of himself.
Why you always grab?
He just doesn't answer you.
Some people just can't help themselves, though it does not seem like he's meaning ill intent.
Exactly. It makes me confused.
It could just be a force of habit.
As soon as you guys kind of mention it, he does kind of rub his shoulders, one of his shoulders, and then puts his hand back down.
You have experiences?
Drit doesn't answer.
Fair, fair. Don't need to pry too deep.
No, it is not our place to pray. So, Askel, did you leave her that gold?
Yes.
No, you may get better use out of it if you actually tell her you were the one who left it.
Yes, I realize that now. I'm hoping she take it and use it and maybe help her not be so sad.
You may want to tell her when she comes out with breakfast.
I just pretend I forgot earlier and remember now.
You could.
She comes out with.
Oh, yes. I just remember. I leave gold here. It gets for you.
Oh, well, I can't accept such a large monetary donation, unfortunately.
Why not?
I appreciate the. Well, this just wouldn't be right, of course. I appreciate the
Why?
offer, and I definitely, I need money for breakfast and dinner. Yes, yes.
But for you,
Oh, hi, honey. You don't need to worry about me.
I do though.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'll bring that back to you. Just
I don't want it back. You have it.
um
It's not my money. It's your money.
at this point doesn't your passive insights can see that she has tears starting to well up in her eyes, and she just quickly steps forward, doesn't say anything else, sets
They're
down.
not happy tears today.
You can insight that.
Mm.
Yeah. She sets down a large loaf of what looks to be freshly baked bread. She cuts a few slices. She also has a jar that she also set down. She opens that and starts spreading a sort of a honey onto the bread, and then hands that out. If you'd like seconds, you may let me know. Who likes heels?
I'll be okay with the heal.
Okay. She hands it to you.
Me.
This guy just heals. We're not injured.
The heel of the end of the bread is called the heel.
Dredge is snacking on the bread. It's delicious.
The bread itself, you could tell she doesn't have any sort of sugar ingredient. The only sweetness comes from the honey, but the bread is fine. Very dense.
That's okay with
Warm
me.
bread. It's delicious.
But if you ask for a second slice, she will, of course, give you one.
Dredge
Yeah, I guess.
ass.
The Esco gets
Oh.
one.
I'll be with my first one.
Are you okay?
Me? What?
I don't know. Something seemed wrong.
Her practice smile gets a little wider. Of course I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
You can tell me.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just, when my son and only child used to live here, he would help with the chores, but, yeah, he left a couple months ago.
What happened?
Oh, nothing important. It's just, well, our speaker went missing, not too long ago, a couple months, a few months. He went missing a few months ago during a
What's the
blizzard. Speaker Shaleskar of Bremen.
Oh, okay. The leader.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the name for their like mayors, basically.
Okay. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it was something else.
My son joined the party that went to go find him. The party made their way back with the speaker, but my son wasn't with them. But the following morning, he showed up. He had frostbite and could barely walk. Lost a few fingers. Over the next few days, he displayed a meanness that was uncharacteristic. He was... Anyway, I found what looked to be a shard of black ice in his room. He snatched it away from me and threatened me with bodily harm. The next day, 2 tieflings arrived and offered him sanctuary in their castle, and then he left with them taking the shard and telling me that he would never return.
You see Drit just start crying.
Skull looks pretty sad.
The tieflings wore amulets that looked very similar to the shard that Huarar possessed.
How old was your son?
Oh, he was an adult. He can do whatever he wants, of course. But I miss him
No.
terribly.
No son can harm mother. That's not okay.
He never harmed me. He never rose a hand, of course.
But he threatened to.
I think it has something to do with that shard. I hope
There is
he's
something
alive.
strange. If we find him, we will bring him here.
Oh, you don't have to do that. He's an adult. He could do whatever he wants.
No, he must apologize. She folds her arms.
You're
Very stubborn on this fact.
You're very kind, but please, just maybe stay out of it.
I mean, if we happen upon him, not going to look for him. Use money I give you to pay for more help around here.
Well, I don't really need more help around here, honestly.
No, you seem stressed.
No, I mean, she holds up her hands. You three are the first customers I've had in almost a week.
Then perhaps use money to move somewhere more popular.
Oh, I couldn't do that. This is where my life is.
All right, all right. Sometimes you just need to learn when to take your life into your own hands.
I'm fine here. I really am.
I hope so, because your fake smile beginning to fade.
It's just a bit of sadness. It'll go away.
She pats her. You still keep money.
Gets up, puts his hands on the shoulders. You good mother, remembered.
I guess. And at this point, she just walks
You
away.
are. You still care about him.
She
You guys,
closes the door in the kitchen.
You see Drit kind of clench his fist.
this is not our place to be, guys.
Was just hoping it was money problems. Always more complicated than you think.
Always is. Now, shall I get back to our request at hand?
Yes.
You would also notice Drit rub his shoulder again, like when you guys asked him the questions after she was left.
Sleep on the wrong side of the bed?
Yeah. You can tell he's lying. He's not a very convincing liar.
I'm not going to press whether it was lie or truth.
I've done enough digging for today.
Drit pulls out the lantern.
And your plan is?
Walk around town.
Walk around town.
If we walk around the edge of town, we get most of the... we basically cover most of it.
This is true.
Alright.
The town is not extremely large. Is this to scale? I think it is.
No, no,
Oh, nice.
we don't cover much of it if we just walk around the outside.
You say it was 300 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if we walk around, we still cover this whole area as well as everything out here.
Yes. And then we can come back and walk through like the major streets.
Yes.
Alright. Drit lights it and we start walking around.
All right, you start doing your walk around. You don't get any sort of green light as you're walking around. However, when you get to the docks, you can see the docks now. The lake around the creaky docks is frozen, forcing fishers to pull their rowboats up onto the ice and drag it towards the water. Standing between a pair of boats is a stout humanoid in cold weather clothing. A gray hood hides most of his humanoid face, but you can make out a wide nose and a long, frosty beard. The stout figure stamps their feet, spots you, and waves you over.
I just walk over.
Yeah.
Ah, good. You're here. Get to it, Ingrates. Those fish aren't gonna catch themselves.
I not know you.
You hear? Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
No.
No.
Nope.
You hear him say a couple things. You didn't hear me. Are you here for the catching the fish or not? The agreed upon price was 5 copper per trout.
No, we just walking around.
People
one
being
told us
unnecessarily rude. This time
We
is
could
better
pay for
spent
it.
angling than yapping.
Okay, then you can have fun with that.
Goodbye. Starts
Bye.
walking away.
You hear some more footsteps approaching from the creaky dock. Another figure covered head to toe in cold winter clothing has joined you. The figure wags their gloved finger at the frosty bearded dwarf. You have no honor, Bilbo. The newcomer yells, pulling down their woolen muffler to reveal a pale, half-elven face. You're sending these innocent people to their deaths, and what? For a few fish? Pay no mind to this rambling fool. Did you tell him about the monster? The dwarf once again starts saying something in Dwarvish, and turning to you and yelling, "Get to work!" and then stomps away out of earshot, just down the dock.
We
Does
don't,
he not understand common?
I don't think he does.
Nah, Grinskis just doesn't like me very much, or anyone who steps between him and the gold swimming in the lake. I'm Tally. I'm studying the local wildlife here in Icewind Dale.
Ah,
Oh.
study person.
I drip. He holds his hand out.
Oh, scholar.
Yes, I just couldn't stay silent and watch another crew fall victim to the monster of Mayor Duldon.
We're not crew. He just waved us over.
Ah, I see. Are you planning to go out onto the lake at all?
No.
Not really. We had no business out there.
Ah, I see. What if you were to have business out there?
Is it dangerous?
Well, it's very dangerous. I've just been trying to study creatures around Icewind Dale to see what sort of impact the winter is having on them, and maybe see if they could provide a clue as to what's happening and how to fix it.
Oh, have you seen mammoth? Mammoths love it.
They have, indeed. I've studied them quite thoroughly.
Good.
Have you seen any Chwingas?
No, actually, I have not heard of those. What are those?
They're a lot like little,
They're fairies.
not quite.
That's
They're
what they
elemental fairies.
Yes, little trickster fairy things.
Little elementals. We're trying to find some.
Strange. I'll maybe have to switch my focus a little bit. Maybe not switch my. Maybe I'd have to do a little bit more digging into those at some point. But no, I'm here in Bremen looking for people who might want to study the monster with me.
What kind of monster?
Well, if you look here, and she points to one of the boats the dwarf was standing next to, and you see that it has a large bite mark taken out of the
Sorry, that was supposed to.
side of the rowboat. This monster has been attacking the people of Bremen for no reason. They seems to ignore any of the other towns, only Bremians. So I've been
Never
looking for
saw it.
I've been looking for a crew who's properly well informed about the monster, but who would also be willing to go study it for me.
Oh. What do you two have to say?
Could be interesting. Don't know how to fight on water though. A big monster must be big for a bite like that.
Yeah, for a bite like that, it's got to be massive.
I'm
Not
not
a big fan of water.
I'm not asking for you to actually fight the creature, just to study it and to write down some maybe habits or anything you notice that might be out of the ordinary. My assumption is that this creature hasn't always been a problem, because this is the first time it's kind of been a threat, is in the past year. So the unending winter has probably affected its eating habits or demeanor in some way.
It's not a bad idea.
Does it live under the water, or?
Yes, some people describe it as a large fish-like creature. Others describe it as a long lizard creature.
Does it eat people?
People have died out there, but the evidence of the people either wash up on shore or are gone completely. There's no evidence of dismemberment.
So it's not
So
exactly.
was it swallowed whole?
I don't know. I don't know anything true about the creature. I've heard many first-hand accounts, but nothing tangible.
What are you going to pay us?
Tally then pulls out a notebook from their coat. I can't offer you much other than my gratitude, but if you're going to go out onto the lake, please just write down as much information that you know.
Does she hold it out?
She does. She kind of holds it out. She hasn't quite, because you haven't confirmed whether or not you're going, but she pulls it out and kind of holds it in front of her.
Eskel tries to like interpose herself between Drit and that now that she knows it's kind of a thing.
If we know what's out there, the people of Bremen would be much safer for it, and it bears the potential of being awfully interesting.
I suppose we take a look. Not take long to.
We could also earn some little bit of cash with the fishing.
Don't want to help him. He don't listen anyway.
Indeed.
We could try and see if the spirit is on the lake.
That's what I was thinking.
If you have
How far into the lake does it typically attack? Does it ever attack at shore?
no, the shore is covered in ice, so I don't think the creature can.
Oh, makes sense. But does it attack close to edge of ice?
Edge of ice is still probably several hundred feet deep. So yes.
I have idea. Perhaps we lay out a decoy boat.
That's not a bad one.
Will
Get
it-
some sack.
But the creature is intelligent enough to know which boat is from Bremen and what isn't. Would it not know that there's no people on it?
Unless we put someone on it. Which one of you
Perhaps
chance of not getting killed?
I can swim.
Just careful if you fall in the water. That could kill you within minutes.
Bah.
Okay.
The cold itself can be really bad for you.
Not for me.
For anyone. Even a mammoth can die inside cold water for too long.
I have many experience.
Well, here's the notebook. She hands it out at this point.
If Scal is still in his way, he won't grab it.
She's making sure. Good. I take. Should I take to write or one of you take to write?
I can take to right.
I do have my own journal if I need to use.
Right. Well, if you're planning to use one of his boats, you should probably let him know that you're going to fish for him.
Fair. I guess I fish. Got to do something while I wait. Here, you two, take rope. Pull me in from ice if attacked.
Right, that will be your job.
All right.
Well, I'll be in the Stones Tavern if you need me.
Oi, stupid dwarf!
Yeah.
She calls out. We fish, or I fish. Give me boat.
Oh, good. You're gonna go fish. I forgot completely what voice he had.
It was essentially that.
That's okay.
All right. Well, you can take one of these two boats here, or you can take both of them if the three of you going out.
Look, just me.
All right.
You have fishing pole or net?
Yeah, there's fishing poles and tackle just stashed in the boat.
Very good. Thank
Remember,
you.
50 cents per trout.
What the hell is a cent?
Copper.
50 copper per trout.
50 copper, or you said 5 originally?
Hold on, let me go look and see what it's supposed to be.
Wait, yes, he's right. I mean, I'd take 50 copper if you give 50 copper.
It's 5. 5 copper for each trout. I don't know what's wrong with it.
How many gold? How many silvers and a gold in this one?
10 silver per gold, 10 copper per silver.
Okay.
Half a silver per trout.
All right, I guess I go. Hold on to rope. Come with me to shore, or to edge of ice.
Drit helps her bring the boat over to the water.
Which boat would you like to take? The burly ram or the pronged goat?
Which one looks the
Ram.
smallest and the least important?
The least important would probably be the one with the bite taken out of it, which is the
Is it still
pronged
seaworthy?
goat. It is. It's out of the lip, the edge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go take that one.
So if you were to like tip, you would get water in it sooner, but that's if you tip over and you're already too late at that point.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, you're going out by yourself onto the water.
Yes.
Okay. So you get down there, you wedge the boat out of the ice, and make your way.
I'm not going too far. I have to be at least within like 50 or 40 feet to the shore since they are holding a rope attached to the boat.
The lantern is still lit. Is anything happening, or?
No green flame, unfortunately, as you walk out there. You're not able to go all the way to the edge because it does get thinner out there, and that would be very risky.
Yes, to wherever is safe.
So we'll assume 10 feet back from the edge, 10 feet for the being tied. So you're about 30 feet off of the thing, and the rope would be taut.
Good.
And so you sit there. Do you want to fish?
Sure.
All right. I have rules for fishing here. Let me pull those up. I'm glad we get to use these. These are fun.
Does this count as foraging?
No, it's its own thing.
Lame.
Oh, okay.
Are we gonna
I guess
play
we don't have
minigame?
to fish.
Do you have a mini games?
It's a mini game.
Well, because my thing says I get twice as much food when I forage, so I was hoping I could fish up twice as much fish.
We'll say you could fish up twice as big a fish.
Okay, it's fine by me.
Not
Not that it matters though, because he's paying me on number of fish and not size.
It's true. You caught me.
Drit, you could just see Drit just staring and wondering what's gonna happen.
Where?
Every once in a while, as you guys are watching her, she's kind of like waves, then continues fishing.
If that boat gets taken with you, Dredge is following because he's got it wrapped around him just in case.
And I do not have strength to help.
You just see Drit go under too. And you're like, well, that ends this campaign. See ya.
There go the axemen.
What's your passive perception, by the way?
14.
All right. So as you're fishing, this
15.
large, knuckle-headed trout leaps out of the water and tries to tail attack you. However, with your passive perception, you are not. You see him coming. He still hits you for 6 damage.
Ow!
However, as he's leaving your area of effect, you can make an attack of opportunity, which you can use to grapple if you'd rather. Or you can just try and punch him.
I guess I'll try to grab him.
All right, athletics check. Versus the... Oh, and you grab him!
Yay!
You've caught your first fish.
Is there like a cudgel in here for knocking out fish?
There probably would be, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna bash him.
These are what they look like.
Yeah, I just looked it up actually. These guys
It's
are
a
freaking.
whale!
They're
It's a
fat-headed.
whale!
They're fat-headed, very dense, and you just got
Is it
slapped in the
narwhals?
face.
Yeah, that like bloodied me.
It did.
Like holy shit. She's gonna eat one of her treats while she's out here.
Okay. You can also make me a survival check.
Hey.
All right. As you're waiting, because this entire thing takes an hour. During that hour, you got hit, and then sometime during this hour, you also get a bite on your line, which means you need to make me another athletics check to try and reel in this fish.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, this fish beats you with a natural 20,
Oh fuck you, fish.
which also makes it higher than yours as well. So it's not even
Damn
just
it.
a natural 20. Your line snaps.
She just kind of like puts down the pole, looks over at you guys, and just shrugs.
Is there not any more line in there?
There's 3 poles.
Did he?
Oh, more pole. Okay, I guess I take out the pole.
You can also
Now when she's
restring it, but I
fishing-
don't know how much you know about how to do that.
Nah, she don't fish. Now she's like, whenever she looks into the water, she looks like just kind of peeks over the edge a little bit and hides most of the time to make sure she doesn't get fucking beamed in the head by another fish.
All right. Roll another. Let's roll some more what the next hour is like. Oh my god. All right, you see it coming once again, but it leaps out of the lake.
God.
It tries to whip you with its tail. It hits. Why
Fuck
are
you, fish. Does it have a disadvantage because I was taking cover?
We'll say sure. Yeah, that's fair because you've already had it happen. All right, 8 does not hit you.
Oh, phew.
So it just leaps out.
We just.
You duck as the tail goes by. Yeah, athletics, and it needs to roll in athletics. You catch another fish.
Beat it again. She kind of calls
I
over
just-
to you guys. Fishing is easy.
You say with a
No.
bloody nose and a bruised eye.
Yeah.
We just see you pass out. We see a fish jump into the boat, and you just fall down.
Oh, that'd be
Or,
so
like-
good.
What should we do? I guess we pull her in.
That would be
That
funny.
would suck.
All right, survival check. See if you get a bite on your line.
All right.
You get a
Oh,
bite.
yeah.
That's another athletics check, please. Once again, the fish beats you. It gets away. It doesn't snap the line this time, but it gets away.
This thing useless.
Just wait for the knuckleheads to jump at you.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
grab
she's
it.
just... yeah, this is way easier.
Okay, so it's been 2 hours. You still continuing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The lake is still in quiet for this next hour. Go ahead and give me a check to see if you catch something on your line. Oh, I don't think that makes it. Nope. No.
Unless this is ice fishing, it could be an 11.
You got no bites this round. Spend another hour.
Sure.
This is out of water.
During this time.
What?
During this time, Drit is totally falling asleep.
As Drit starts to fall asleep, ripples disrupt the surface of the lake, causing your boat to
Please
bob from side to side.
I quickly smacked it.
What?
You've Eskel, as you're on the boat, you feel a large mass glide underneath the dark water below you.
She gotta look over the edge and see if she can catch a glimpse of it.
Okay. Give me a
Did we see
nature
anything?
check with disadvantage. You can re-roll this when you act. You can do it again without
it a
disadvantage when you
beast?
see it. It is a beast.
So I get to roll normal. Fuck!
You didn't get a good enough glimpse.
Total.
I was too busy hiding from knuckleheads.
Again, when you get a better glimpse, you can re-roll this one.
Okay.
Do I see it or no?
Uh,
I'm not close enough. Never mind.
No, you're not really close enough at all.
Do we? Do we even know something's happening?
Something swim under me.
Yeah, Wokenshod saw the things and smacked you. Saw the ripples. Because this wasn't like a little ripple. This shook the boat from side to side from movement.
No, the shaking of the boat, I think Aaron's waking you up from your little nap.
Rit wakes up and gets ready to pull her in.
Sure. Yeah, that'll work. The boat gets launched into the air as whatever this creature is slams into it from the underside.
Oh yeah.
Drit is
Oh,
just
boy.
watching you.
You're going to need to
boy.
give me a dex save because you were looking over the edge at the time.
Yeah.
Oops. Fuck.
Not supposed to see that.
Nope. Don't look. Quick, hide it.
That's not nothing.
Quick, hide it. Thank you. The boat splinters slightly, but lands back into the water. Still seems to be more than seaworthy.
Drit is now pulling her back.
As she's being pulled back, she tries to wave at it.
And I'm taking notes.
You're just waving?
Yeah, I mean it's under the water now, isn't it? Or is it above?
No, it's under the water. And you're just going to
Yeah,
be
she's
waving into the water?
Yeah, it's kind of like waving at it from above, almost in like a look at me, like I'm not trying to kill you. Weapons are away.
And I'm taking notes.
Because we know it's intelligent.
The water begins to rise and part as the large, toothy maw comes out and looks towards you. You can give me another nature check, whoever wants to try and identify it.
God damn it.
I do too as well, because I am the one with the notepad.
Oh, thank goodness, Dret.
Drit, you've heard stories of these. There's rumors that they're in your own... Or actually, no, there's not even rumors. You're from a town near here, so yes, you've heard of these. This is a plesiosaurus. And typically, they prefer to eat fish than people. They don't ever attack boats, and they're not typically intelligent.
Drop the fish!
You want fish? Holds up fish. Oh, you speak.
Yes.
Why you attack?
The human who gave me this gift asked me to.
Who gave you this gift?
Can we also hear him?
Her name.
Or
You can hear that he's talking. It's hard to make out because it's a very low, rumbly voice.
Look, stop pulling me for a second.
It wouldn't
kind of calls back.
Their name
I guess he stops. Sorry.
Their name is Ravison, and claim to serve the Frostmaiden. Ravison says I must do my part to help the Frostmaiden, who wants the people of Bremen to suffer.
Why do you do what they say?
I don't want to be a stupid beast again.
Can they take that away from you?
What?
Can they make you stupid again?
We'll say the two of you are overhearing enough that you can both give me Arcana checks, real quick.
Can I use detect magic?
No.
Oh, hell
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you can, but this is for your Arcana check. A scale. I don't even.
I mean, maybe her boy taught her.
You, a scale. This is something you've heard from shamans.
Hmm.
Wokenshade, you remember reading something about nature magic. This is likely the cause of an awaken spell, which is permanent.
Oh, I've seen this magic before. You know, they cannot take that away from you. You are your own beast.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
I'm not the right person to persuade.
Neither am I.
I'm gonna spend an inspiration to at least make it not horrible.
Okay.
Ah,
Trit doesn't know what they're talking about.
They tell me that this can be taken away. I believe them. I'm sorry, but I cannot help
Trit starts pulling faster.
no, wait. We can talk about this. There's nothing tying you to them. You want fish?
Sure.
Hands over a knucklehead.
It
I have another one where that came from.
reaches down with its mouth open wide. This thing could grab you whole, but then just grabs the fish and pulls it back.
You seem like a good thing. You seem like you were trapped by them. The real thing you should be fighting against is them.
I don't want to be a stupid beast again.
They cannot take that away, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
Especially, like, where do they even live?
All right, that's another persuasion check.
Oh, God damn it.
I can't tell you more.
I'm just saying, if you stay in the lake, they never see you again, cannot take it away from you.
I will be going now.
No, hey, wait. What is your name?
I don't have one.
But every smart creature needs a name.
Oh,
How about... Oi! She calls back to everybody else. What should this thing name be?
Gills.
No, something not beastly, something smart.
Tom.
I always liked the name Lucy.
You like name Lucy?
Lucy is a good name.
I call you Lucy. My name is Kel. We friends now.
If a beast could smile.
Technically can.
Thank you. What?
I'm telling
your
you,
name?
we find a way to... Oh, I say, Eskel.
Yes.
We find a way to make sure that you never lose your smart again. People here cared about you.
Oh?
Well, yes, I was told to come out here not to even fight you or anything, just to learn about you.
Really?
Yes. How has the cold affected your life, by the way?
He's getting the quest done, that's all I can say.
Hasn't affected me much. I stay below the
Shade
water.
is just riding as fast as he can.
Temperature down there stays the same.
I figured. She's gonna reach down and, like, touch the water. Does it feel very cold to her?
Yes. Just the
Ooh.
surface cold would be very, very cold.
Like, for me?
What it's still cold.
But,
you
like-
know the difference.
Yeah, but would it, like, harm me in there?
You would be okay.
Okay. Perhaps I swim with you sometime.
Oh? You can breathe water?
No, but I hold breath for a while.
Ah. Could be fun. You want to ride?
So long as you promise not to go under too far.
We'll stay about 20 feet.
Okay. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to ride on him.
The creature rises up out of the water even more. You can see the larger body.
Yes, you can try to clamber up onto his back and hold onto his neck.
Yeah. Now that you've had a conversation with it and that you're climbing onto it, the creature isn't quite as big as your mind made him out to be. He's still a large creature, very big. But he doesn't seem quite as scary anymore. And you swim around with him for a while.
Dret just looks at Awoken Shade and's like, what's going on?
I think our friend made a friend.
Very
Okay.
interesting, friend.
Eventually comes and brings you close enough to let you get back onto the boat. That was fun.
You're a very good creature.
Thank you. You're a good human.
Oh, thank you. She gives him a pat. I think I'll talk to people there. I think we could organize something to help keep your intelligence safe.
You want to give me another persuasion check with advantage?
Come on, please don't be awful. Please don't be. Hey!
I'll return.
Oh, that was a performance check, but the bonus is the same anyway. So.
That's fine. I'll return.
Good, good.
I will
Farewell, Lucy.
refrain from attacking boats for as long as I can before asked to do so again.
Good, good.
With that, he begins to sink into the water.
My, that was much better than I thought it would be.
Dret starts pulling in the boat.
You guys hear all of that?
Not really.
Oh.
Some of it.
Well, awakened by a person who wants him to serve Aurel, or wants them to serve Aurel and attack Bremen and make it suffer. He does not want to do it. They just want to not lose their intelligence, which cannot happen. But they believe it can. So we need to perhaps work with the person we talked to, we never got her name, about convincing it that perhaps that it cannot lose that, or maybe convince it that we can do something to fix it and then say that it's fixed.
So it's seriously, I call this. Who awoken it?
Somebody, we don't know exactly who, somebody who worship Ariel.
And that is the ice goddess.
Yes,
And it was essentially told to make Bremen suffer.
yes. It's very friendly.
Okay. Trash just kind of just holds up his thumb and is like, okay. He doesn't understand what the crap's going on. All he knows is with the monster that you were riding on. How dangerous is it from my 17 nature?
Plesiosauruses usually avoid boats and such.
Yeah, so he's like, what's going on? Okay.
They are known to be powerful beasts, but not aggressive usually. There have been cases.
We go tell a half-elf girl about it.
Oh, it is cool.
All right. I guess me and Sel took the boat back.
Yeah. She just kind of tosses the knucklehead trout towards the guy and doesn't even wait for him to pay her.
You came back and you only have one! And you
Yes.
damaged the boat! What the heck's wrong with you? Just starts
We
yelling
had
in
to run.
Dwarven. Just starts yelling in Dwarven as he pulls out a coin purse, drops 5 copper onto the dock, and then walks away.
Eskel's gonna try and, as noisily as possible so he hears when he turns around, scrape the coins against the dock with her boot off the side of the dock.
Just thunk onto the ice and skid
Yeah.
a little bit.
But the point was made. I'm not going to bend down for someone's coin. Not that much, anyway.
You then see somebody not very stealthily trying to sneak off of the dock. He's like obviously like drunk and staggering a little bit, but he's going for the coin.
No, you can take it. I don't care. She's gonna go find the other person.
Heading back to
The inn or the tavern.
You were looking for the tavern. You find pretty easily a very interesting thing, since none of you are from any near here. All 5 of these buildings are taverns.
Huh.
Interesting. Anyone remember which one our half elf was in?
We can peek in each.
Or can we roll a history?
If you need to. It's
Oh,
you don't. I'm not even gonna. You pass. It doesn't matter. you are smart enough to remember something that happened 4 hours ago.
Thank you.
She said the Stone Tavern.
Oh, okay. We are looking for the Stone Tavern.
Is
Oh.
there a hay and a brick tavern too?
No.
What are these buildings made out of?
They're all built out of a mixture of stone base and then wooden wall. They're all built almost the same in just everything but shape.
I appreciate your initiative, but these are all stone taverns.
The name of the tavern is the Stone Tavern.
Oh,
Yes.
There's the tavern, all of the tavern names. There's Stones, Even Keel, River's Mouth, Grumpy Moose, and Black Bearded Brother.
I personally love the name of the Black Bearded Brother, but we need the Stones Tavern.
why
Which
are
one is
there
that?
so many here? Must be very tight competition.
It's probably to spite each other.
You walk into the Stones Tavern to
I
find
mean, they could be.
several what look to be fishermen not working and blowing their money on drink. But Tally is sitting at a table all to herself. Seems to be writing down in a notebook.
We find your information.
Oh, did you? Thank you.
Yes.
What happened with the creature?
She
Well.
swam with it.
Yes. Had a good swim, good chat.
You-
Very friendly beast.
Wow.
It is a awakened beast, water beast. Don't know what it is myself. But very oh yes, what he said.
Interesting.
It was told to attack this place, make it suffer, so that whoever gave this intelligence does not take it away. But I know that's not
Fascinating.
possible. Also, its name is Lucy.
That's remarkable.
Yeah, Askael had a nice talk with it.
Yes, I need someone else to talk to it, though, to help convince it that they cannot take away their intelligence.
Oh, I'm not an expert on magic by any means. You might want to find a druid or something for that.
No, the magic is. We know the magic. The magic is true.
Yes, we just need someone who is better at talking. I'm not good at putting words together yet. My knowledge of common is small.
Cass could have just said, I could have done it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker myself. I like to stick to books.
Perhaps is the speaker here? He good at talking?
The leader of the town?
Yes.
Remember, the speaker was. Oh, no, I guess they returned.
Yeah, they brought them back.
The town hall is just behind the next building over, the next tavern over.
Good, because if we can get them to go out there and communicate with the thing, I think it would be much better than Because I did tell it to return and wait for speaking.
Okay.
And it did agree that it would stop attacking the boats for it now, at least.
Good. Did you take any notes? Use my notepad?
I gave her back the notepad, which has everything we talked about in it.
Oh. And then she starts mumbling to herself. Does anyone speak Elvish?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right. None of you understand. She just keeps flipping through. She's apparently either a very fast reader or a very good skimmer.
What languages do you guys speak?
It's a good question. Moving on.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
Eventually.
She eventually puts down the notepad. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I do have something for you as thanks. I put it together. She pulls out from her bag a leather looking scroll case. Hands it over.
Drick grabs it.
Okay.
Give to Vulcan.
I've got that for you.
Drick hands it to. Tim.
I'll take it and I'll take a look into it.
Opening it and kind of turning it upside down a little bit. 5 gold comes out and lands in your palm, as well as a piece of paper starts coming out.
What's on the paper?
It looks like a spell scroll.
Ooh.
That is a scroll of animal friendship.
I could do
Oh, how
that.
fitting.
It's very helpful when you're trying to study beasts.
Indeed.
You can't imagine how many times I've needed to get some more of these.
I cannot imagine at all.
Hope we're not taking something away from you that you need.
I was just paying you for your service.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Indeed, thank you.
All right. And then down 2 players. Maybe we should end it there for the night.
I would agree.
Good, yes.
Thank you, adventurers, for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff. And until next time, we'll see you around the campfire.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.